so excited. I asked her to meet with me today because she's a single mom and she has some awesome insight. She's been my friend for over 5 years and we've been working together, and she's definitely seen me at my highs and my lows, and just has always offered me good advice or just a good sounding board, just really listening to me. And she's been there, done it all. You know, she can be an encouragement to you too. Just a little bit of background. When I met her, she was living with her sister and brother-in-law, with her children and their children and friends sometimes. And I would hear about all the craziness, you know, that family brings. We all have dysfunction in our families. And so, you know, she would share some things that were going on there and couldn't wait to leave, you know, just start on her own. And finally, she got her own place, and it's been really good.
It's been really hard, but it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good. It's worth it. Being out there on my own.
Yes. And, okay, so Lisa, how many children do you have, and what are their ages?
I have 2 kids, and I have a boy and a girl. My daughter is 18, and my son is 9.
They're super cute, too. Okay, and how long have you been a single mom?
Since my daughter was about 2.
Okay. And was this by choice that you decided to be a single mom? What?
It was by choice because my daughter's father was an alcoholic. His parents were alcoholics. Their parents were alcoholics. And I wanted to break that cycle for my daughter. I didn't want her to become that.
Right.
I wanted her to give her a chance to have a good life. Yeah. So we got away. And we have been away for a long time now.
Yeah.
16 years we've been away from him.
Yes.
So.
Whew.
Yeah. And it's not been easy. It's been really hard. You know, like you said, we for a while I had to live with my mom and my dad because I just couldn't afford to be out on my own. And then I decided to go to school, and I got my AA degree in accounting. Oh, wow. And in doing that, I learned computer skills and other things that I could use in the workforce. And that's how I ended up here at Matheson. After I graduated, I had a couple other jobs, and then I went to work for Matheson.
How were you able to go to school with the kids? Did you have help? What did you do?
At that time, I only had my daughter.
Okay.
And like I said, I was living with my mom. My dad had passed away by that point. And I was living with my mom, and she would watch my daughter for me. She let me go to school and not work so I could concentrate on my school and get the best grades I could possibly get. So thank you to my mom. She has always been and still is a wonderful person and helps me out as much as she can.
That's so good. Yeah, my mom helps me too. I don't even know what I would do without her.
Exactly.
Okay, so what has been like the biggest, when you think about, there's probably, years, 16 years of being a single mom, what has been the biggest struggle that you have faced? And, you know, maybe how have you overcome it, if you have?
I think the biggest struggle I've had for the whole 16 years, actually 18 years, because, you know, there was really money issues before that. But it's always been money, and it will always continue to be money. Yeah. Because I don't get child support from their dads, so everything I do I have to do it on my own. And it's very hard, especially with medical coverage that you have to pay out of your check. And when you have medical issues like I do, my daughter also has medical issues, my son has medical issues. So medical costs each month are very high.
Right.
You know, and so it's just hard, you know. Sometimes I have to skip a bill for a month and then try to catch up the next month. So it continues to be an issue, and I'm
I
sure.
see you most of the time. You are smiling, and you always have something funny to say, and I love that about you. How do you stay positive in all of that? The burden. How do you?
Well, I have my kids that make me very happy. My daughter is one of my closest friends. We do so much together. We watch all the same TV shows, including Catfish. And, we have a good time together. She makes me happy. My son makes me happy. And anytime I start to get down about life, and so I just try to stay positive, even if things are getting hard. I just try to stay positive.
You're very positive. Okay, what advice would you... My armpit is itchy. What advice would you give other single moms? You always say that you've never spoken ill or badly about your ex.
And you can't, because the only person that hurts is the kids. And, the kids honestly need to be able to make up their own mind and have their own opinion of their other parent. This is a fact that, my ex has not been there at all. I still care about him. I want the best for him, and there have been times where I've tried to help him out, and that just hasn't worked out. I'm worried about their dads to either one of them, because it just needs to be their opinion. And my daughter was angry at me a lot when she was younger, because, I would go out on dates and stuff, and she would get mad at me because she wanted her dad and I to get back together. And it wasn't until she saw him again when she was 8 or 9, she finally told me, "It's okay, Mom, you can have a boyfriend."
No. Just like, please.
Bad. And I didn't let anybody else talk bad about him either,
Right.
It's not their decision to make. It's,
I think that's great advice. I think we all, we're women, we're chatty, we want to say stuff or we feel
right.
frustrated or negative. It's just, tell it to your friends or
Exactly.
something away from
don't
the
ever
kids.
talk about it in front of the kids. Because, I've seen kids that ended up in therapy over that kind of stuff.
Right. If you go back in time to your newly single mom self, what would you tell her?
She was only 2, but if I could tell her anything now, I would tell her, take things slowly. Don't make the same mistakes I did, although I would not change having either one of my kids, because like I said, they saved my life.
Right.
But I want my daughter to have the same happiness that I do because of them, but I want her to do it the right way.
Yes.
With somebody that she loves and that she's going to be with for the rest of her life. And the same with my son. I want him to have the same thing.
Okay, so how much time a week do you have for just you? Some you time I really have.
I don't. I don't. It usually at all times, one or the other of my kids is home. We watch TV together. We go places together. They bowl on Saturdays, and I really enjoy that. I love to go watch them bowl.
Yes.
The time by myself is about a half an hour. When I go to bed at night, I sit up and read for about a half an hour, and then I go to sleep.
When I first became newly single, I had no idea what a utility bill costed. I had no clue.
They're like astronomical.
Like, what is it? $5? Like when I went to go looking for a job, I didn't know. So why don't you tell everyday single moms, your average utility bill cost?
In the place I'm at right now,
which is
it's a townhouse kitchen. In the wintertime, I'd say it ran about $37.
Okay.
And in the summertime, it's been $10.
Nice.
However, the SMUD is a whole nother story.
I know.
I had a bill in the summertime that was about $150 for 1 month.
Oh my god!
Because we ran the air conditioner so much.
Right.
So we quit doing that.
Yeah. Let's try to get some fans.
Yes. Open the doors, get some fans. Turn it up a little bit so it doesn't come on as often.
Okay, what have you learned to live without, And what have you supplemented it with?
You know, when I lived with my sister and her husband and their kids, we had a little extra money.
Yeah.
So we were able, when we went grocery shopping, we were able to buy the little snicky snack things that we wanted, you know.
Yeah.
And since I've moved out on my own, we can't afford that.
Yeah.
So we have to buy, when we go grocery shopping, we have to think of what we want to fix, you know, during the next 2-week period and buy for that. Every now and then we'll get a treat, ice cream or maybe some Hot Pockets or something, but usually it's just what we're going to eat, no snicky snacks, you know, potato chips or anything like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is your favorite quick go-to dinner idea?
Well, you know, most days of the week, Selena cooks dinner.
Yeah.
Because she's home.
That's great.
She does the dishes, you know, she picks up the house every day for me before I come home.
Nice.
I think our quickest thing would be Zataran's brown rice, dirty rice. We love that. And then there's a hamburger helper.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter's favorite is crunchy taco. So
I'll have to try that one.
yeah, but instead of putting that cheese sauce on it, we grate some white cheddar
Real
cheese and we put that on top and put the.
That's even better.
It is better.
I like that
Tastes
tip.
better. I don't want that anymore. And spaghetti. Oh my gosh, we've eaten so much spaghetti since we moved out. We just once we can start affording more food, we probably won't eat spaghetti for a long time.
That's what I'm cooking for dinner tonight is spaghetti. Okay, last question. How often do you clean your house?
Like I said, my daughter picks up and she does the dishes and stuff like that every day for me.
Which is great.
And then we usually try to clean the house, you know, like cleaning the bathrooms and stuff like that at least once a week.
Okay.
Sometimes, you know, we may not get to
like on the weekend or something? Okay.
On Saturdays, usually after bowling. That way we have Sunday to ourselves. We
nice.
Don't have anything that we have to do.
Yes.
You know, if we want to just sit in our pajamas all day, we can do that.
Exactly. Well, that's all my questions.
Okay.
So, everybody, this is my friend Lisa. Woo! She was super nervous to meet,
yes.
And I'm just thankful. Thank you for meeting with me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, anything for you.
You're so sweet. Okay, bye, everybody.